Hey everyone, it's Dusty Go-Goat. Welcome back to my headcanon. I'm excited about today's video. This one is going to be talking about a Generation 9 rumor. There was a rumor last year about an Australia region. That's wrong. It's not Australia. It's the lost city of Atlantis. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. This is the #1 place for Pokemon rumors, speculation, and celebration. Getting right into this post, the Atlas in Sword and Shield is the Generation 9 clue, but it's not Australia. It's going to be loosely based on Atlantis. So Atlantis is this old world folk tale of a city that has sunk into the sea, probably due to climate change. From this has sprouted a lot of real world mythology. Basing a Pokemon game after this is a beautiful idea and gets me really energized for Generation 9. So this post says that there's 2 clues present in Legends Arceus, which we have yet to see. One is that there's going to be a message in a bottle on a beach, and then the second tease is a trident symbol that's going to be found in the professor's home. The legendary Pokemon are the Hands of Time duo. I'm gonna assume that this is a piece of folklore or a piece of mythology from the Atlantis stories. One represents clockwise, the other is anti-clockwise. So right there, the duality of going forward in time versus going back in time. They can time travel between past, present, and future, depending on the version, and you will either go back in time or forward in time to stop the legendary from sinking the island when awakened. Wow, that's a cool plot line. This is giving me Majora Mask vibes. You have 3 days to save Atlantis or whatever it's gonna be called in the Pokemon universe. This seems like it's gonna be some sort of reverse the black and white plot line, right? Like, right, you get to the Elite Four, Team Plasma's castle erupts from the ground. This is going to be the reverse of that, where you get to a certain location, whatever you're trying to get is going to sink into the earth. What would these creatures even look like? I mean, with the dogs, they were pretty like spot on. You have a dog holding a shield and you have a dog holding a sword. Little silly, a little right on the nose. I hope these are a little bit more metaphorical. The Unova dragon, right? The whole idea of ideals versus truth. You have one dragon that's very like regal, and you have one dragon that's very like optimized for functionality. And then also you have the feminine versus masculine. There's all sorts of metaphors within those 2 dragons, right? Zekrom and Reshiram. I hope we get something a little bit more like that in these legendaries. I mean, right off the bat, if their designs are based on hands and clocks, all I can think of is Time Magician from Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't want that as a legendary. If we jump back to the post now, we have a line that says you will have ancient and future forms of Pokemon. This is so good. So if this is real, Legends Arceus would be framed as the precursor, right? Kind of just like gently push us into ancient forms, and then the future form. I don't even know what that could be. That is so cool. And are these gonna function like megas? I feel like they might be better off functioning like mega forms. There's gonna be an item that harnesses the power of these legendaries. Maybe if a Pokemon holds it, then something happens. Maybe if it's future, it gets like electric or steel type. And then if it's an ancient form, it gets rock or dragon type. If these forms functioned a lot more like a mega form or a G-Max, I think that's how they would operate. If these were more like regional forms, then they're going to be select to only a certain amount of Pokemon, but I still think that would be an enriching contribution to the Pokemon series. Like, I want future forms, ancient forms. There's so much potential there. I mean, we've been reviving fossils since Generation 1. Why not give us a future form of some of the starters? Yeah, give us a future form of the fossils and ancient forms of the fossils. That's what I want. But truly, the potential of this is off the charts. All your favorite YouTubers have been making ancient Pokemon videos other than me. Now it says that the Kanto starters get regional evolutions. Are those gonna be ancient forms? Are those gonna be future forms? I love reading this post. What would those regional evolutions be? Are they gonna do a type swap? I think what's common to Pokemon artists is to just kind of rotate the types. So you got like a fire type Squirtle, a grass type Charmander, a fire type Bulbasaur. That's something that you could do, but I think it'd be a lot more interesting to maybe play off of their secondary types. So take Generation 6, for example. Those Pokemon are fire, grass, water, but you also have the secondary types of fighting, psychic, dark, and those also create a circle. Oh, but I got off track. They said that it's only gonna be the Kanto starters. So that is what they might do. I mean, they gotta give Squirtle the steel type, right? I mean, it's like, Blastoise literally has cannons out of its shell, and it's all about defense, right? Water, steel should be what it should be. But if they're gonna get rid of, so let's theory craft. You gotta make Charizard not dragon. Yeah, that'd be too obvious. Let's make Charizard rock type. Let's make Charizard fire rock. It loses its wings. Let's do that. And then we'll give Blastoise water steel type. That's what I want to see. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Charizard is fire rock type. The rock is kind of representing the ancient form. And then we have Blastoise being water steel type, and then that will represent the future form, and then Venusaur maybe somewhere in the middle, or maybe it represents, I feel like Venusaur kind of is already like, it's like an old dragon, it's like an old lumpy toad. Let's give Venusaur dragon type. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, it is a toad, kind of resembles a dragon, but I feel like dragon could be future or past. Dragon in the Pokemon series has been closely tied to outer space, and that's like the advancement of civilization. So we got that. And then also dragon, according to Loxton's videos, dragon is dragon energy. It's innate. It's locked away. It's primal, right? So I think dragon represents past and future. And then also Charizard has always gotten dragon moves. Blastoise got Dragon Pulse, I believe, when it got its Mega Form in Generation 6. And then Venusaur can now have a dragon type. I like that. Let's give Bulbasaur some love and make it a super expensive TCG card. Let's give Bulbasaur the dragon type. So there's some pictures right here of where people theorize where Atlantis would be. So it's located kind of in the Mediterranean Sea, somewhere along there. People have all sorts of theories about where it could be located, but that gives us a lot of room to work with. So if this Pokemon region is located here, it could be below Spain, it could be below France, above Egypt. The thing about the Pokemon regions is they never really base it on an entire continent. They're always truly regions. I've seen a lot of like fan art of like Europe is a Pokemon region. All of Africa is a Pokemon region. All of South America is a Pokemon region. That's not gonna make sense. If anything, it's gonna be one region, right? Like if you look at Kalos, it's literally just France. So there's a couple different ways that we could do this. One that'd be easy to cling on to, right? It would be, let's put this region near Spain. That way, I can never shut up about maybe having a post-game Kalos. But I like this part of the region. Another way we could do it is have it on the right side of the Mediterranean Sea. Some highlights here are Turkey, Greece, and Egypt. I think Egypt is a very common place for fan-made Pokemon games. Egypt has the pyramids, right? The Sphinx. It's like full of mythology. It's the coolest thing. We grew up watching cartoons about Egypt. You also have Greece, which also has a lot of history. We can see a regional variant of Stonejourner because of all those like ancient Greece pillars. I kind of like the Black Sea being up there. That's like an additional body of water to kind of break up the region. So maybe it's not so spherical. Oh, here's an idea. You have the Black Sea above, and then below that is the right side of the Mediterranean Sea. And then the map could have those two bodies of water resemble an hourglass because this game is based on time, and that would, thematically look nice. Kind of a stretch, but that could be fun. And then alternatively, we could either do the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. You still have Italy and Greece. There's that little stretch of water above Italy. You still have access to those islands on the left and the right of the Mediterranean Sea. You still have access to Egypt. And of course, everything about this has creative freedom. They can do really whatever they want, but I think this is a really cool idea for a Pokemon region. It's got some grounds in reality because it's something that people know so vastly, but it's not just a copy and paste and a copy and a translation of a real region. Seriously, as much as I would want an Egypt region, I do think there's too much there to just like tie that into the Atlantis region. Surprisingly, we really haven't seen anything really of South America. I mean, it would be cool if they did Mexico and made it like, it would be cool if they did like Mexico, Guatemala, and Nicaragua and made it like kind of related to New York. I'm from New England. My ideal Pokemon region would be something based off of Boston. Fallout 4 did it. I was pretty upset. I had to take work off for a week when I found out that New York was gonna get its own region. I mean, it's pretty disrespectful, especially as someone who is a fan of the Boston Red Sox. Give us Quebec City, give us Toronto, people like Drake. What do you guys think? Do you want regional forms of the Kanto starters, especially Charizard? I mean, do you guys want that? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you're new, and there's links in the description for you to help support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck hunting. For more Pokemon speculation, click right here.